Hey y'all, it's Dr. Shamanda. Welcome back to my channel where we talk about all things mental health, personal finance, and overall strategies to live your best life. Alright guys, welcome back. If you're new here, I am a licensed mental health and addictions therapist here in North Carolina. I'm also a financial therapist, and I love personal finance, and I love the intersection between money and mental health. Yes. All right, guys, I've been in this field for almost 20 years, and I love this. I love it all. So we are coming down to the wire, y'all. I decided this month to do a 28-day money education challenge. So I am, all this month I have been posting a video that's 10 minutes or less talking about a topic related to money and mental health. And today's topic is, you don't really want success. Yeah, I'm calling you out. You don't really want success. So I really want you to think about this, and we're going to go through some things that might be barriers or get in the way of you being successful. Okay, so there's a psychology behind success, right? And how people say they want to win at life, or their goals, or their desires. But they choose comfort instead. And so let's look at this, okay? Now, the first thing I want us to talk about is this illusion. People typically want titles. They want the money. They want the dream body. They want the dream relationship, right? That, they can post on social media and say, oh, look at my man, look at my woman, look at my boo thing. Oh my gosh, right? They want that gym body, the fit, healthy body. They want the recognition. They want to win awards. They want to be, again, acknowledged and validated for all that they are and what they do, right, in their career or in any capacity or any area of their lives. They want the recognition. But what they don't want is the early mornings, right? Getting up early before you go to work to hit the gym so you can get that body. They don't want the criticism that comes from being seen and people obviously having an opinion on what you're doing, which everybody has the right to their opinion, right? So the criticism and the feedback, right? They don't want the repetition, right? Having to keep doing something over and over and over again, and maybe not necessarily seeing the results or getting any type of compensation for the work that you're doing and putting in, right? They also don't want the rejection, right? If you're putting yourself out there, whether you're starting a business, whether you're applying for a job or promotion, whether you are dating, right? You don't want the rejection that comes with it. And also, you do not want the isolation, right? When you're trying to be successful, most people who are successful, they're going to tell you there is an isolation period. And there's probably multiple periods of that isolation along the journey. And that's just part of it. Like, you're going to have to separate yourself a little bit, right? And just really just lock in with you and God. Like, okay, God, it's just me and you. I'm just really getting focused on who I am, where I'm going, what you're calling me to, doing that deep inner work, working on some of those mindset issues, some healing areas, like some areas that need to be healed, looking at your past, looking at how you see yourself. So that's gonna require some isolation, and so most people do not want that. Okay, now let's talk about how comfort actually feels safe for us, right? Because again, most of the time we say we want success, but it's so much more easier and it's so much easier to just stay comfortable, to stay where you are, to stay complacent, because success threatens our routines, the things that we're already really good at, the things that we already have set in place, right? Our basic everyday lifestyle. It threatens our relationships, right? I know you've seen it and heard of it, where one person is growing, doing things, making some changes, advancing, and sometimes that doesn't make the other person feel good. They might start to feel a little envy or a little jealousy. They may feel like you're no longer in their league, and maybe you're going to attract somebody better, right? And not just romantic relationships, but this could happen in your platonic relationships too, where your friends might feel like you've outgrown them, or, oh, you must think you better than us now, whatever. Like, the success can threaten those relationships. It can also threaten your excuses, right? And one thing I always tell people is surround yourself, and I just did a talk like this on Instagram, Facebook. Surround yourself with other people doing what you're doing, like entrepreneurship, right? Surround yourself with other entrepreneurs, because what it's going to do is going to be that mirror for you, and you're going to see that, okay, yeah, it's definitely possible to do X, Y, and Z, and that excuse that you've been giving yourself no longer sticks. Like, because you're like, I mean, I could say that this won't work for me, but so-and-so and so-and-so and so-and-so over here are doing it. They've been doing it for 5 years. So literally, there's no excuse, and it's obviously possible if I put the work in. And it's also going to threaten your current identity. You can no longer show up as the same version of yourself once you choose success over comfort. I personally have been working on a lot of mindset stuff, a lot of like, not wanting to be seen, or just like, I just want to do this, I just want to do this. But it's like that, you can't stay that same version if you want to really level up and elevate and serve the people that you're called to serve. They're going to require a different caliber of woman, a different level of confidence and security, a different level of visibility. So that means it's a whole totally different person. Like, you're really showing up as Dr. Shamanda now. You're not in training. You're not like the old, quiet, introverted. No, that you can't be that version no more, baby. Not for what you said you want and not what you're called to. So it's going to threaten all of those things, right? So winning requires us to change, and it can feel like a sense of loss in our brains, because it's like, wait, who am I now? Like, this don't even, who is this? What is this? Because it's so different, right? Now, let's talk about self-sabotage, because that is one of the major issues when it comes to success, and why I say you don't really want success. Because at the end of the day, many of us will self-sabotage. And there's so many ways that we do this, and it's very tricky and sneaky. It's procrastination. Like, you're supposed to work on your website. You're supposed to hit the gym. You're supposed to complete the certification, form your LLC, whatever your goal is, but you keep putting it off. It could also look like over planning, right? Sometimes it's like, oh, if I just stay in this phase of just, I'm doing it, I'm going to do it, I'm doing this, I'm studying this, I'm researching this, then that can be an excuse, right? Of like, I'm working toward it, but you're really not doing anything, really. Perfectionism, that's a huge thing, and perfectionism falls under the category of anxiety. A lot of people don't know that, but that is like a symptom of anxiety, and that's one thing that I help my clients with, who are high achieving women and who are striving for more in their lives. Help them get past that perfectionism piece. Starting and stopping, right? If you allow yourself to just go forward and not stop, imagine where you could be next year, right? Staying in preparation mode. That's kind of what I talked about already, but like, I am working on it, I'm preparing this, I'm putting this business plan together and all that stuff, but really you're just self-sabotaging and you're delaying your progress, okay? So the real question is not do you want success, it's at what cost? Like, do you want the cost of success, right? Are you willing to pay the price for success, right? Are you willing to put in the work? Are you willing to make the sacrifices that it takes to be successful? That's what the real question is. All right, guys, I hope you like this video. If you do, like, comment, subscribe, share, and I'll see you for day 27. We're almost there. If you haven't already, go back and check out all the videos. Catch up, binge watch, okay? All right, see you guys soon. Bye.